I tried reviving a dead YouTube channel over the last 30 days and the results are shocking. So 4 years ago, I stopped regular publishing on this channel that you're watching me on right now. And the mouth breathers out there are probably like, I knew it. The deadbeat. It was only a matter of time before he fell off. I'm back. So in 2017, man, 2017, time flies. It feels like it was yesterday. This channel hit the peak daily viewership of about 50,000 views in a single day. And I stopped daily publishing around 2019. So let's talk about it. And then we're going to jump to the last 30 days, but there's some lessons I want to impart from the past, which we can use in the present to hopefully provide you a lot of value and help you do better on YouTube and start your affiliate business in this year. So it was an amalgam of different reasons why I stopped publishing. Amalgam, oh man, that's a good one. One of the reasons was, well, if I'm being completely candid here, that I wasn't getting 50,000 views a day. Like if I was getting 50,000 views per day, I'd be dancing like a monkey until those views stopped publishing. So realistically, like that's probably a big reason why I lost some psychological steam over those years. The second reason was because in 2017, the started online business space was basically wide open. It was two people. It's like me and like Alex Becker and like some other random guy that stopped after like a week of publishing. So because of that, like I have that pioneer spirit. I like to be like a first mover in industry. Like looking back, and I apologize for talking about me here, but hopefully we can get some, maybe this will relate to you. I've never really been the competitive, like grind it out with all the other type of people, type of person. I've thrived better as like a pioneer and doing things first and kind of mapping out industries. That's when I feel best. So that was one of the reasons. And I just noticed there was a lot of, during like 2018, 2019, a lot of like fakers came in claiming like, here's how you make $5,000 a day, clearly like not actually doing that task. So I felt a little strange being grouped into that market. Like I'm not a saint by any means, but whenever I make a video about something, it's about something I've done. And some reason about being grouped into that kind of like, you see all the ads popping up. I lost a little bit of psychological motivation for that reason. And I've been doing this for a long time. I started online business in 2001. So at this point, it was almost 2019, so close to 20 years at that point. The breaking character here, entrepreneurship is really difficult. There are times where you can make a lot of money doing little. It's just like everything clicks, but also at the same time, like you're pushing a boulder up the hill. So it can get tiring. And after 20 years, like it's hard to stay enthusiastic about anything when you do it for 20 years. So I guess I needed a break at that point, and that's what happened. Let's talk about now. Let's roll back 90 days. I've started feeling the kind of motivation to start again. And I'd built up a lot of mental blocks over, let's just say the past prior 2 years that were, if I'm being blunt here, and this might make me not sound as cool, but it was really hard to overcome those obstacles. There was a big psychological barrier there that was difficult for me to break. Like number one, coming back not as strong as you were prior, that was took a big hit on the ego. Like I really wanted to come back where I left off, but I slowly over about a year realized like it's just not possible. If you're not exercising any kind of creative muscle, you're just not going to be where you left off. It's just any skill you have declines when it's not used. And coming back and being the face of a business, and let me rewind, like I was doing a lot of things behind the scenes. So it's not like I stopped completely, but doing this like extroverted, out in front, taking criticism, I lost that muscle. So it was hard. It was a hit on the ego to know like I'm coming back not as good as I was left off. So at that point I was like, you know what? I'm going to come back 30 days. I'm just going to shit post. I don't care if the videos are bad. I'm not even going to script them out very much. The idea here is just to get the momentum again. So if this is the value for you here, my question for you is there something that you have a mental block on right now that you know you should be doing, but you've built it up too much in your head? It's procrastination is what it is. We as humans have a tendency to do that. So my question for you is there something that you're procrastinating by building up to make it harder than it seems than it needs to be? Because it is very easy to look at everyone else. Like I look at all the other YouTubers, like they have this awesome editing. They have like multiple people on the team. They have brilliant lighting, they're just better communicators. at this point because I've been doing it so long. Like, it's just unrealistically for me to live up to that standard. So here I am, shit posting away. And hopefully I will day by day improve to the point where I will get as good as them. The other thing is, like, I took a look back at like the things I didn't like on YouTube. And for me, everyone has that thing they don't like, and that's editing. I hate editing. So I've decided going forward, like, I'm not doing fancy editing probably ever again. That's not what I want. I don't want that for a YouTube channel. I just want this more like talking with you one-on-one style. It's cooler. It's more what I want to do. And I think actually there's been quite a shift away from people don't really like those edited videos as much anymore. They don't really seem as real. And you say YouTube, it's kind of like that amateur kind of one-to-one kind of type style video seems to actually do better, or at least it's shifting back. So the other thing is, I think that YouTube, the biggest skill that you get that you're going to obtain, it was two skills actually. You become a better marketer and you become a better speaker. And these are skills that are going to follow you until the day you die. So as humans, like, one of the most valuable skills is speaking. The most formidable skill to have is the ability to use your voice. And YouTube allows you to train that, become a more articulate speaker, to come up with better ideas. Just verbalizing those ideas solidifies those ideas much more. So that's one of the things I wanted to get better at, was speaking. And finally, there were some things I didn't do. I've wanted for the longest time to put on like Deadbeat Con or Deadbeat Fest, where it's actual like in-person events. I didn't get to do that, and I'm coming back to do that. So yeah, I'm yap maxing. Let's look at the most recent results here. So I was averaging about 40 views a day up prior from this break, and this is something I want to address here. And bam, we start shit posting again, hit 1,000 views, and we're averaging about 400 views per day, that's what's shocking to me. I can't think of any business alive. Let's just take a piece of real estate, for example. If you neglect a piece of real estate for 5 years, let alone 2 years, you're going to have some serious issues with that piece of real estate. Probably you're going to experience some leaks. You're going to have some plumbing issues. Like, if you don't use plumbing for a while, like, stuff kind of dries out and clogs everything up. If you don't use your equipment, like your AC and your furnace, those pieces tend to degrade. Where I'm getting at here is there are very few businesses that you can create where if you don't do something for even a month, you can come back and have a business that even exists. So I was really surprised at the durability of intangible assets. I couldn't comprehend how durable intangibles can be. Brand value, your personal brand. And rewinding, when I looked at like Tai Lopez, for example, he was like the biggest, he was more popular than, say, Tom Cruise at one point. And when he stopped publishing, I was like, wow, like I was really surprised at how quickly he fell off. But coming back, I realized that like you can regain a lot of what you lost when you have a personal brand. So going back to when I stopped publishing, let's just say 2000 and what was it, like it was like around like COVID time. So we're talking 5,000 views, 1,500, almost 4, almost 5. Got a 30,000 view, but this got some search traffic, so that kind of is an outlier. 4,000 views, so 3 years ago. And now we're coming to most recent ones. Let's take a look at these. 2,600. This is my comeback video, so that's expected. College dropout one, the retired, I did 1,000. This one did almost 900, 500, 600. Like, it's pretty solid. It's going to be over time. By the way, like, views trickle in over a year. So these videos, like 2 years from now, these will all have like 1,500 views. This one will probably have like 2,000 views. This one hit 2,000 views. So I'm probably at about a third of where I left off, which I think that if I keep publishing, I can probably get this, I can re-engage the rest of the people watching this channel. By the way, if you've been watching after all this time, like, the part of the reason is that this channel is still going is because of you. So sincerely, like, thank you for, after all this time watching, like, I'm just really thankful to have your support. So thank you. Where I'm getting at here is that the intangible value of a personal brand, I think, is probably one of the best things that you could possibly invest into. So no matter what career you have, I can't see a reason why you shouldn't do YouTube or some form of social media brand like on the side. Just build up a following, because this is something that will stick with you if you do a good job for the rest of your life. As long as your audience is still alive and as long as you're still alive, the value of that brand will always be there. Now, the key though is you have to keep it up. And that's my goal over the next 5 to 10 years, to keep this channel going. I don't know if it's going to continue to be the Deadbeat Super Affiliate, but we will continue to do about online business because that's what I'm passionate about. That's been my life for the last 24 years now, since 2021. YouTube has changed a lot though, and this video talks about the direction I think YouTube is going in and the direction I'm going to take this channel. If you want to take YouTube serious, whether you want to be an affiliate marketer, to do faceless YouTube, or your own personal brand, you should watch this video now. I think this is going to help you out a lot. It's time for me to go take a nap.